And welcome back. We're still in the hospital because I had a massive heart attack and nobody loves me.
Did somebody call for an enema?
What is with you and the enemas? What is... Like, I'm not the only one who noticed it. Right, you noticed this, Fuzz, right?
I'm staying out of this.
Don't take my water. Give me my water.
Sorry,
I need that. If I'm going to narrate, I need water.
It was slipping out and poking me.
Alright, well, anyway. Hey-o. Anyway. Alright, so, he had a book in his hands. But I loved the stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. I felt like time blurred into some kind of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, gooey mass.
You're enjoying this far too much.
Oh, I never get to do this. Let me enjoy this. I was trapped inside instead of moving within.
Oh, your essence.
Ew. A week could go by without me really noticing. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness.
Consciousness?
Through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself.
That's every day since I graduated college.
The pages of my books would start to feel sharp and burning hot. And the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. My god, this is so, like, self-indulgent. Like, I'm sorry, no person actually thinks like this. I get it's a story, I get it's a novel.
It's a masturbatorial fantasy. That's what it is.
I guess. It's just like, I've never heard of someone even speak in this way.
The most my mental process goes to is like, oh, I think I forgot to do something.
But
Yep, that's it.
But that happened only rarely, and I couldn't even cry.
They removed my tear ducts through surgery. It was kind of cruel.
Today, the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Hold the phone! You're in the hospital with a deadly heart condition, and your parents eventually start, like, skipping days? I would think one of them would be there every day, at least. I mean, yeah, this is Japan, but Jesus Christ, I didn't think they were that impersonal. Like, that's not just me, right?
I don't think so.
I can make a joke, but it will be in bad taste.
Do it. Everyone should hate you anyway, so do it. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion?
Congratulations, you're dead!
It's not a party. There is this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers and then setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did.
What?
Then he...
that entire sentence didn't make sense.
Then he casually...
That entire sentence was pointless.
Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks at me in the eye for a moment.
Hello, Hisao. How are you doing today?
Oh, Jesus.
I don't answer him. Mostly because... But I smile a little back at him, mostly laughing.
I believe you can go home today. Your heart is rather strong now. And with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medications sorted out, and I'll give your father the prescriptions.
The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly, trying to comprehend the strange, nasally voice he just heard.
So many.
So many.
Like, oh my god, so many!
I take it from his hand and take a look at myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? Fade to white.
And then we...
The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. Let's see. Bronchospasm, 500 milligrams, 15 milligrams a day.
And George Clooney. There's George Clooney. Right there.
Fatigue.
There actually is erectile dysfunction in there.
Is it really?
Yeah, I don't know where, but
That's
someone has pointed it out that it's in there.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Clinical depression.
This is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, contraindications.
Is that even a word?
Contradiction?
Contradiction? What?
I've never heard that word.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. I try to read them, but it's so futile.
I mean, look at the screen. Dear God, I want
I
to read
can't.
this.
I can't understand any of it. Attempting to makes me only feel sicker. All this for the rest of my life, every day. Yes.
I'm afraid it is best that we do... Wait, hang on a second. I'm afraid that it is best we can do it.
Doctor, here's your medication to open up your nasal passages.
I'm afraid that it is best that we can do at this point.
That is the best that we... Wow, I can't read for shit right
Next
now.
line.
However, the new medications are always being developed, so we would be surprised to see that list fade over the years.
Years. What kind of a confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all.
Also, I have spoken to your parents, and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school.
You fucking crazy?
No.
That's where I want to go. This bitch there wants my dick.
No, I'm sorry. She went off with the quarterback. She's kind of out in the field screwing right now.
Shit. What? Please, Sal, calm down. Listen to what the doctor has to say.
We have no voice for him. Mainly because they disappear after this.
Calm down. The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? I can't stand you fucking two. Whatever of my concern shows is ignored.
We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it is wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we are sure that your medication is suitable. So I have spoken to your parents about a transfer. It is a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students.
Disabled? What? Am I?
It has a 24-hour nursing staff, and it is only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of the students live on the campus.
Also, before we continue, can I just say how for like the past 10 minutes we've been staring at this lovely hospital room?
Yeah, I know. Nothing's different. It'd be nice if they had just like, pictures of people.
Think of it as a sort of...
Think of it as sort of a boarding school of sorts. It is designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby.
Independence? It's a school for disabled kids! Don't try to disguise that fact!
Congratulations, you're riding on the short bus.
If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point.
Of course, that's only if you want to go, but your mother and I really aren't able to homeschool you.
Are you gonna stick to a voice with this guy?
No.
Yeah, no, we have
Dad's
no
got
voice.
a million voices. Fuck.
Okay, let me do the next one. We went out there and had a couple of weeks back, and I think you like it.
Looks like I really don't have a choice. Thanks, Dad.
Compared to the other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue with your education.
This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamn opportunity.
Well, you should be...
Okay, that last line should have been actually spoken out, because this sounds like he's actually talking to him after that.
Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember when I wanted to return to school. It was a dark day. I wanted to destroy everyone. And while it's not the same...
A special school, that's an insult. Me with the freaks. I love... There's no such thing as freaks. That is what I want to say. It's a step down.
It's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active.
So
in
his
their
dad's
own
Kirk now?
sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little bit of help one way or another.
Your father's right.
Wait. Oh, I thought that was said dad for a second.
Your father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do some amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate.
I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is! Look him up!
That's insulting personally to me, asshole.
I wasn't actually I'm acting. I really hate that something so important was decided for me. But what can I do about it?
Circumcision or no circumcision? God damn.
A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny. I'd always thought my life was actually kind of boring. Now I miss it. I want to protest. Too much. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now, something about how I can go back to school anyway. But no. I don't say anything. The fact is that I know it's all futile.
Congratulations, you're emo now.
I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice. I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school? What are those even like? Are there ramps everywhere? Can I slide down them in the winter? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That's all I can think of to get through this. At least I still have something, even if it's a special school. It's something. It's a fresh start, and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that.
God, we are 20 minutes in and we haven't even gotten out of the damn hospital
I
yet.
know, Christ's sake. Like, holy shit. Like, I get it, kid. Your life is sad, but geez. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like.
Finally!
Are we out?
Jesus.
Did we get discharged? Are we finally free? Oh, wait. What is...
Finally, we get the chapter title card. Jesus H.
Act 1, Life Expectancy. Finally, that was the longest prologue I've ever seen.
Oh my god, do we wanna continue or next time?
We've got a couple more minutes.
No,
Yeah.
next time.
We got a couple more minutes.
Do we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're only at 12:30 right now.
The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that. But this one especially, so...
You're never getting through me.
Why, you son of a bitch. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plaster assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck thinking about the gate for too long.
You think too much.
Yeah, you do nothing but think.
Stop thinking. Talk to people, for the love of God.
So I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good.
Moving backwards feel bad.
Words of advice from his sow. So I walked towards the main buildings of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone, as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have, more like a park, with a clean walkway going past trees and the smell of fresh-cut grass, and all other park-like things.
Oh my god. Bro, you are way too articulate. Stop!
Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder.
I have a theory. He thinks like this because he's been reading too much. He thinks in the language of books.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't that make a lot of sense?
Either there he's possessed by Shakespeare and he feels the need to narrate everything.
Well, then we wouldn't understand
yeah.
what he was saying. 'Cause
I
he's
shake
thinking backwards.
I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes.
That's what she said.
Keep reading.
That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom beyond the leafy canopies. Too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my head, it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see any disabled motherfuckers around. It's kind of eerie.
Sorry, bro. You missed them all. They kind of died.
It makes me wish there was somebody here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension.
You, lamppost, you will be my friend.
I know, that's the only thing I can see. The trees hum with the wind, and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. What is that attention towards, though? We'll find out next time. Bye. That was just too goofy.